What's going on, guys? It's Sports Network back with another video. And in today's video, we have 2021 MLB predictions. Happy opening day, everyone. The game starts in about an hour. So let's get right into it. With the AL East, so we're going to be predicting each division and MVP, Cy Young, World Series champion in the playoffs and stuff. So let's get right into it. AL East, first place, New York Yankees. The New York Yankees are stacked, and they added Corey Kluber this year. I think they are pretty much a clear favorite to win the AL East this year. Second place, Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are a great team. They got Chris Archer back, but they lost Blake Snell and Charlie Morton. They also have Tyler Glass now. They're still a very good team, but I don't think they're as good as the Yankees. Third place, I'm going with the Toronto Blue Jays. They are a super young team. They have a ton of potential, and I think they can beat out the Orioles and the Red Sox for third place. And I don't think they'll sneak into the playoffs, but because they're not doing the expanded playoffs this year. If there was expanded playoffs this year, they would get in pretty easily. Fourth place, I'm going with the Baltimore Orioles. Just like the Blue Jays, the Orioles have a very young and promising future. And I think this is a year they're gonna start getting going this year. And I think the Red Sox are not gonna be able to keep up. They need pitching and offense both. Red Sox fifth place. Just don't think they can keep up with the rest of the AL East. I think it's going to be a really good division this year. Best division in the AL, probably most competitive division in the AL. And then let's get into the AL Central. First place, I'm going with the Minnesota Twins. The Twins have a great team, and I think they should be able to win the division pretty easily. The White Sox and the Indians could be contenders. I don't know if it will be that easy, but I think they might win it by about 5 games. Win the division by 5 games, and I think that's pretty reasonable for the Twins. Second place, I'm going with the Chicago White Sox. They're a very young team. I think they'll make the AL wild card. I think they will make the AL wild card. Third place, I'm going with the Cleveland Indians. The Indians traded Francisco Lindor. They still have Jose Ramirez, but if they do end up making the playoffs this year, it's because of the pitching. Shane Bieber is my pick to win the AL Cy Young this year. I think it's going to have a really good year. Him and Garrett Cole will be up there, I think it's going to be a really good player this year. Fourth place, I'm going with the Detroit Tigers. I think the Tigers are going to take a big step this year, as some of their prospects will be up in the major leagues this year. I think they are going to be better than the fifth place team, which is going to be the Kansas City Royals. They're just not a good team. They don't have much firepower to keep up with the rest of the division, so I think that's going to be pretty easy. Fifth place for them. Now with the AL West, first place, I have the Oakland A's. The A's have a very good team with Matt Chapman and Matt Olson. They're super young. They have decent pitching. I think Chapman and Olson are going to carry them this year. I think it's going to be a great team. I think they are going to be a Cinderella team in the playoffs this year. Just wait for my playoff predictions. I got some crazy playoff predictions, so stay tuned for that. Second place, I got the Houston Astros. They did lose George Springer, and I don't think they'll be much of a factor. I think they will have a little bit of a down year, but not that much. I think they might be there for the AL wild card. In third place, we got the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners are going to get a lot of young, promising prospects joining them this year, and they are going to do better. I keep saying this every year. I think they are going to take a big step. They usually don't, but I really do think this is the year that it's going to be the big step. Fourth place, I'm going with the Los Angeles Angels. The Angels have an okay team, but I don't think they can keep up with the rest of the division. They are better than the Rangers, which are going to be in fifth place. The Rangers have pretty much nobody's on their team except Joey Gallo. The Rangers are bad at fifth place. Now let's get into the NL sides, NL East. I got the first place. I'm going with the Braves. The Braves are stacked, and they added Charlie Morton this year. They have a really good pitching core when Mike Soroka comes back from injury. I don't know if he's going to be the same, but they have an amazing offense. Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies. They did lose Josh Donaldson, but I think he's going to still be a pretty good team. Second place, I'm going with the New York Mets. They added Francisco Lindor this offseason, and I think him and DeGrom will carry the Mets to the NL wild card. DeGrom is my pick to win the NL Cy Young. and I think Francisco Lindor is going to be an MVP candidate for the NL. Third place in the division, I'm going with the Miami Marlins. The Marlins have a very young and promising future. They did come in second place last year. They did sneak into the playoffs as an 8 seed. They've really impressed me this year, and I think they're going to be better this year. And fourth place, I'm going with the Washington Nationals. The Nationals are a weird team. They are good one year and bad the next. I think this will be a down year for them. After that, they won the World Series last season was kind of mediocre season. I think they're going to be down this year. They do have Juan Soto, Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, Patrick Corbin. They got 3 Cy Young caliber pitchers on there. And they got MVP candidate Juan Soto. So, but I don't think they're going to be able to finish the games. They don't have a lot of relief pitching. I don't think they're going to be able to finish those close games off. In fifth place, I'm going with the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies need pitching to be able to keep up with the division. They don't really have anybody on offense either. They're going to need to add a lot. The pitching might actually be the focal point of their team, Aaron Nolan and Zach Eflin, but they need offense too. They need a lot of things to be right if they want to make a run for the division. So now let's get into the NL Central. First place, I'm going with the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals have a great team, and they added Nolan Arenado. I think it's going to be a clear team for first place. Jack Flaherty is a good pitcher. Carlos Martinez might be there. They're getting Jordan Hicks back this year. They got Nolan Arenado, Paul Dion, Paul Goldschmidt. This is a great team. This is like a Gold Glove team. In second place, I'm going with the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers have a great team, but they don't have the pitching, unlike the Cardinals. They don't really have a lot of pitching. The Cardinals don't either. The Cardinals do have a better pitching staff, but the Brewers need pitching if they want to keep up with the Cardinals. I think it's going to be a really close division, though. In third place, I'm going with the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds have a great pitching, but not really great offense. They do have Aquino, I forgot his first name, but Aquino, he's pretty good, and Votto was not good. He had like 5 homers last year, which is a very down year for him. And they have Eugenio Suarez is pretty good, but I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the Cardinals and the Brewers. In fourth place, I'm going with the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs have a good team, and the division is going to be really competitive, but I think they will end up fourth. I think the teams ahead of them are going to take huge steps this year, and the Cubs didn't really add anybody in free agency. That's what concerns me about this team, and that's why I think they're going to be going to fourth place. In fifth place, Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are a clear favorite to finish fifth, so not really to talk about there. But I do have them have the NL Rookie of the Year, which is going to be coming up at the end. But NL West, first place, I'm going with the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers won the World Series this year, and they have a great chance at repeating. Second place, I'm going with the San Diego Padres. Padres are amazing. They added Blake Snell, and I think they make the NL wild card this year, and I think they're going to make a deep run. Third place, we got the San Francisco Giants. The places 3 and 5 are a toss-up, so I'm not going to explain the rest of these picks here. Fourth place, Colorado Rockies. Fifth place, Arizona Diamondbacks. So now we had the AL wild card. I'm going with the Rays versus White Sox, and I'm going with the Rays to win that game and move on to play the Yankees. NL wild card, we got the Mets versus Padres. I'm going to take the Padres in that game. ALDS, Yankees versus Rays. I'm going with the Yankees in 5 games. And then the second ALDS series, I'm going Twins versus A's. I'm going A's in that series because the Twins, they can't win in the postseason, so I'm going with them losing in the ALDS. NLDS, Padres versus Braves. I'm going with the Padres to upset the number 1 seed Braves. I think the Padres only made the wild card because the Dodgers are a better team than them. And then the second NLDS series, I got Cardinals versus Dodgers, and the Dodgers are going to win that game in 4 games. And then ALCS, Yankees versus A's. I'm going with the A's winning in 7 games. I think walk-off homer, Game 7. A's are going to win, and they're going to move on to the World Series. I think the A's have really potential. NLCS, Padres versus Dodgers. I'm going with another upset. Padres win in 7 games. So both the number 1 seeds lose in the NLCS, and I'm going with the San Diego Padres to upset the Dodgers in Game 7. World Series, we got Padres versus A's. I'm going with the San Diego Padres. This is a bold pick, but I think the Padres are going to have a really good team. I do have them having the NL MVP is Fernando Tatis in my prediction. So, yeah. So now we got the AL MVP. I'm going with Aaron Judge. I think he could also win Comeback Player of the Year. He's going to come off his injury, and I think he's going to have a great season. NL MVP, I'm going with Fernando Tatis. He carried his team to the World Series, so I'm going with him for NL MVP. AL Cy Young, I'm going Shane Bieber. So either going to be him or Garrett Cole. I think Bieber's going to have a better year overall. He's not going to have a great team, but I think he's going to have I think the Indians are going to win games when he's pitching out there. So I'm going with him at AL Cy Young. NL Cy Young, I'm going Jacob deGrom. He carried his team to the NL wild card, and so that's why I have him winning that game. And then AL Rookie of the Year, I'm going to Andrew Vaughn, first baseman for the White Sox. He's very promising, and I think he's going to have a great year. And then NL Rookie of the Year, I'm going to Brian Hayes from the Pirates. He looked decent last year. I think he's going to take a big step in his game this year. And then AL Manager of the Year, going Bob Melvin from the A's. He carried his team to the World Series where no one expected it. And NL Manager of the Year, we're going Jace Tingler with the San Diego Padres, carrying the Padres to the World Series championship. And that is going to be it for the video. So I have the Padres winning it all this year. Comment down below what you think of my predictions. And until next time, peace out.